Do you need to yell at your phone or anything?
We'll see soon.
Okay, just let me know. I'll leave the room so I don't get hit by the flying debris.
No, I can't find it.
Are you ready, or?
I just thought of something that I wanted to mention. All right, I guess I'll wing it.
Like we always do.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll have to wing it. It's your turn.
Yep.
How do you do? We're about to unfold the story of
Frankenstein meet the Wolfman.
Who could have done this terrible thing?
Could it be the monster again? Frankenstein's monster?
No, the monster was burned to death with Dr. Frankenstein. He wasn't killed by the monster. An animal bit her to death. I saw the wound on her throat.
What animals are around here that can kill people?
We've warned you.
You've been warned. Welcome back to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast that dissects the Universal Frankenstein film series minute by minute. I'm Tom Lang.
And I'm Bill Evenson, and you join us for minute 30 of Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman by Kurt Siodmak, starring Ilona Massey, who is just 30 minutes in, and I think the Massey mania.
You can feel it.
You can feel it
building.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This as a starring role, I think we can agree she really lights up the screen.
Yes, absolutely does.
And if you join us on Saturday, if you join us on Thursday or Friday, we appreciate
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for doing that. If you join us on Saturday, March 28th, we, of course, are mourning the death in 1999 of what stuntman?
Gil Perkins.
Gil Perkins is right.
I thought.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding.
I knew he lived quite a
Until
while.
sometime in March?
Yeah. No, not that.
Oh, okay. And we are also honoring or remembering or celebrating the release in 1941 of what film? Starring Lon Chaney Jr.
Man-Made Monster.
That's it. You got it. Look at that. All right.
Right.
Now, do you want to keep that, or do you want to roll your roll over to the next?
I'll roll it over.
Roll it over. Okay. If you join us on Sunday, March 29th, we are celebrating the birth in 1943 of which python?
1943. Eric Idle.
Eric Idle is right. All right. You don't want to roll this over because we're also honoring the birth in 1902. Do you want to try? You want to try for the million?
Try for the... No.
That's right. Onslow Stevens.
Oh, okay.
Who's Onslow Stevens?
We'll meet him in House of Dracula.
Okay, and he does what in that?
He's Dr. Edelman.
Is he the house or is he Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know his name.
Dr. Edelman killed my brother.
What?
That's Skelton Eggs in House of Dracula.
I don't even remember that. That movie's a weird thing.
I don't know how you could forget Skelton Eggs in anything.
So I think you're the winner. If you would like to do a bonus question, if you join us on Monday, March 30th, would you like to guess who was born in 1922 on March 30th?
22.
Let me see if I can get a clue for you.
Yeah.
Born in Vienna, Austria on March 30th, 1922. An Austrian-born, imagine that, actor of Turkish and Czech Jewish origins. Active in Hollywood from 1941 to 1953.
Really?
After his return to Austria, he pursued careers as a photographer and stage director. Returning to Hollywood after a 40-year hiatus, he made several guest appearances in 1990s television series, including Sequest DSV,
Oh, yeah.
Murder, She Wrote, and Babylon 5, as well as a number of films. After retiring, he appeared in a number of documentaries, including a German-language documentary on his life.
No idea.
He was romantically linked with Lana Turner at one time.
Oh, good for him.
In September 1944, he had a brawl over Turner with the latter's ex-husband, Stephen Crane. He died on the 30th of September 2012 from Parkinson's disease.
None of this is ringing a bell. Sorry.
Let's see here.
It'll be super obvious, I suppose, when you say the name.
In a season 3 episode of MASH, titled Bombed, Henry Blake, he's in 3 seasons of MASH? I always picture him leaving it really early.
No, it was 3.
After losing the first good toothbrush he's received in 6 months, laments that he had teeth like this actor while using it.
Boy.
In the Hogan's Heroes episode, The Battle of Stalag 13, Season 2, Episode 5, Hogan enlists Klink's secretary Hilda's help in signaling for Plan X, telling her part of which includes a free autographed photo of the actor.
Hell?
All right, let me just do the whole filmography,
How does
maybe.
he tie into Universal horrors?
Let's see if there's a famous film. 1941, Shadows on the Stairs, Footsteps in the Dark, Raiders of the Desert, Burma Convoy, The Gay Falcon, Bombay Clipper, Unseen Enemy. They're all filmed. No, Drums of the Congo, The Mummy's Tomb.
Peter Coe?
No.
Turhan Bay.
Turhan Bay is correct. Well done.
Yeah, after
We lost you too soon,
half an
Turhan.
hour. He actually seems like a very genial guy. He's interviewed in the Mummy documentary on the old DVDs.
Okay,
And he
yeah.
seems like a very charming, genial person.
Romantically involved with Lana Turner.
Good for him.
According to this, he was active in Hollywood from 1941 to 1953. He was dubbed the Turkish Delight by his fans. I thought
Okay.
that might give it to you, so I didn't say that
Yeah,
part.
that would
probably would have been fine.
tipped it off.
And of course, if you join us on Tuesday, March 31st, let's go in this order. We celebrate the release in the United States of which Monty Python film in 1983?
That would be the Meaning of Life.
Meaning of Life, which we've talked about so much I can't even really mention it again. But we had then mourned the death 20 years later of which actress?
In 2003?
Yeah. March 31st, 2003.
I don't know.
Known as one of the first Scream Queens because of her
Evelyn
numerous...
Aukers?
No. One of the most popular pinups of World War II. Maternal grandmother of actor Chris Pine.
Yeah, I can't think of the name. I'm drawing. I know who she is, and I can't think of the name. Shit.
Played Jean Sovac in Black Friday. Elaine Winslow in The Black Cat, 1941.
Yep.
Why is she even in this?
I cannot.
Because she was in Black Friday.
I can't remember her name. You're gonna have to tell me. I can't. I can see her, but I can't.
Married Max Guilford.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Was a model for Catalina Swimwear. That's right, Anne Gwynn.
Okay. Yep. Thank you. God, it would driven me crazy.
Why is she on this list? Because she was in Black Friday?
Well, she's in a few of these. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, and then if you join us on Wednesday, April 1st, that marks the 56th anniversary of the final Beatles recording session for a Beatles album, in which a Beatle was present. This is the day that Phil Spector came in to record those strings and vocals that Paul McCartney seemed to hate so much in his later years, and Ringo was there to play drums to keep the beat for the songs they were doing. So then on April 1st, 1970, they recorded the last Beatles session.
April 1st also marks your entry into the world, doesn't it?
Oh, thanks for remembering, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah, I'll be 61.
Will you?
Someday, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
At the rate things are going, I don't know.
It's anyone's guess.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, good. Oh, we got to do the minute.
This is one of the minutes.
It actually, not too bad. Yet another glorious lap dissolved from them leaving the tavern to process shot. Larry and Maliva on the wagon. Larry is mega bummed out.
And the music is slightly less jaunty.
Yeah, not quite as jaunty.
It's been toned down just a bit because they're still they're still going on a little adventure. They're traveling.
Yes,
it's the cart song.
Now I must go on living. There's no hope for me to die.
Okay, sad sack.
And she looks at him.
Yeah.
And doesn't say anything. She's like, I've heard it.
Why don't you look on the bright side? It's a nice, pleasant, moonlit night.
Yep.
Nobody's fallen off the cart yet. The back projection is going left to right like it's supposed to. What could go wrong?
Well, lo and behold, there just happens to be a full moon.
In another miniature shot,
yes,
that has been pointed out on the classic horror film board. Yeah. So how do you know it's a miniature? Because the little trees in front.
You can.
So you just create a little white dot, a lit up white dot on a black piece of paper, and move some tree. I mean,
it's a little bigger than that.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
So it's a big white dot on a big black piece of paper.
Well, there's a big black piece of paper acting as the backdrop.
And you've cut a hole in it, a circle.
Well, I'm not sure because it does have a little bit of detail in it, so it might be.
Well, you still got to cut a hole in it to light it.
Light it, yeah.
Yeah, but it could be what? It could be a
painting. It's an image, painting, photograph, whatever of the moon.
And then there's clouds that go past.
There's mist or clouds that goes past.
So how does that work? How did they do that?
It's the fog that they use, and then just waft it.
You just waft fog in.
You probably had somebody just fanning it.
And then when you get the part you want, you use that part. You use the part where it goes by just perfectly.
Just exactly where you want it, yep.
All right.
So it appears to have been night for quite a while now. Before,
I had thought this while watching this minute, actually.
just now, or
Just now. It never occurred to me really until just now
it's
what I
been
think
night
you're going to say.
because it was night when we had the wide shot of them on the wagon, happily roaring
It
their
was
way.
night when they left. Well, I guess they've been all over
They've been
Europe,
all over.
probably. Who knows?
But certainly night in the wide shot when they ride into Visaria.
Yeah, unless there's been some time compression and they were actually in the inn overnight. It took 12 hours for him to throw them out of there.
I don't
Well,
think
maybe more than that.
I don't think that's
No,
true.
it doesn't
though.
make any
No.
sense. I think I see what you're getting at.
So the moon has been out for a while now,
Yeah.
and maybe he turns into the wolf only when the camera sees the full moon.
Well, that makes sense. So I actually I actually just came up with an alternate theory.
Yeah.
When he's really worked up, like Bruce Banner when he's about to turn into the
Yeah.
Hulk,
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
that actually staves off the transformation. It's when he gets into the cart and says, "I just want to die." That's when he's calm. That's his normal state.
Is it?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think so.
No, I think it's the camera has to see the moon and the music has to cue it.
Music change is cool.
Yeah.
I do like the music
Yeah.
where I mean, I don't like the jaunty thing, but then when he suddenly realizes,
Yep.
yeah,
Larry looks at his hands. That's another thing, I think, a ritual that has to happen before he turns into the wolf man is he
well,
has
wouldn't
to
you do that?
look at his hands. I suppose it's the only thing that's exposed other
Yeah.
than your face, and you can't look at your own face. I
Right.
might feel, my cheeks or something.
Yeah, you might feel your cheeks. I suppose that's
Yeah.
right.
I think there has to be some kind of a physical sensation
Sure.
in your body that things are changing.
And then you look at
rapidly.
your hands because you're like, oh
Like,
shit, am I
what's
changing into a
going-
wolf man? What is happening here?
Yeah. But it's a trope that even in Werewolf of London, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde,
Yeah.
it's the thing, they always look at their hands, and it is perfectly logical.
Well, if they had their pants off, actually, he has his socks off and shoes in the Wolfman, and doesn't he look at his feet?
Well,
We do, I
we
guess.
do. We don't have a
The
choice.
camera
but
does. Yeah. So this transformation
He
starts,
does feel his face, and he starts to writhe around a little bit.
and then he says, "I knew I should have brought an almanac." I don't know. They do seem surprised by it.
Yeah.
And-
Looks at his hands again. Maliva stares at him. She almost looks puzzled, but surely she has to know what's happening. But she kind of looks like, what the fuck's wrong with
It
you?
would be great if she looked at him and then at the moon and then back at him like, oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Alspinskaya watching the transformation is just fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah.
It really is. She looks like, get the fuck off my cart, you know?
Yeah.
She's funny, I think. She looks funny.
She's not.
This is when I was thinking about, this woman that's put in this position of having to play off of Lon Chaney Jr. in this very odd circumstance.
Yeah.
And then I looked her up and realized she's nominated for 2 Oscars in her
Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
She's a great old
Well,
dame.
like Mike Herman said a few weeks ago, too.
Yeah.
She was the toast of the Russian stage.
Hmm. And now she's
And now
frowning at a guy
Guy,
freaking out,
yeah. And, history and pop culture only remembers her as the gypsy from The Wolfman,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Well, she was nominated for 2 Oscars.
She was.
So you can watch her in her Oscar-nominated performances. We got time for this?
We got nothing but
How do you spell Auspinskaya?
wrong every time.
She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for Dodsworth,
That's right.
which is an American drama film directed by William Wyler,
Yes.
starring Walter Huston, Ruth Chatterton, Paul Lucas, Mary Astor, and David Niven.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe it's the first of something like 12 nominations for Wyler for director. It's
Yeah. I know,
crazy.
he had quite a run.
And Love Affair, 1939. Is this the Charles Boyer,
Yes.
Irene Dunn
Yes.
joint?
Yep.
Directed by Leo McCarey.
It's a Leo McCarey joint.
So Leo, yeah, I guess it would be. Controversial on concept. The official screenplay was retooled and rewritten to appease Hollywood censorship. I don't know Love Affair.
I
Is
do.
that the one
it
that-
was.
It was that's I do. Its popularity was later dwarfed by McCarey's remake, A Fair to Remember,
Yeah. And
which
then
spawned its
also-
own remakes, and with 1994's Love Affair
Yeah.
and a few Indian adaptations.
Yeah. Oh, of course there are.
Yeah.
There's an Indian adaptation of this film, probably.
You think?
No, I don't know. They seem to everything.
Why not?
And that's not a criticism. Some
Yeah,
of
it
them are
just
really
does-
fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of them are more fun. I've seen a few. They're more like I've seen YouTube videos that talk about the quote Bollywood ripoffs of,
Sure,
and they look like a hell of a lot more fun than the actual movie.
I'm sure. Some.
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe this one, but I like this one.
Anything else you got on her?
No, just
Okay.
that don't forget this is a
An
a
Oscar
twice Oscar-nominated actress.
Yeah. Who, like
Yeah.
I said, was one of the heavy hitters in the Russian stage, as well as here. So Larry hops off the wagon and sort of jogs into the woods.
Well, he jumps off the front of the cart and runs in front of the cart.
Yeah.
And it's being, again,
Pulled by
pulled by horses.
Yeah.
No wonder this movie is plagued with injuries.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's him or a stuntman. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, you see him from the back.
Yeah.
He's wearing the Larry hat.
Yeah.
So it must be him.
The Larry hat.
The what's his name? George hat?
Lenny Smalls.
Lenny.
And she calls out, according to the
Subtitles.
she says, "Wait, sir, don't go." I believe she says, "Wait, stop, don't go."
Yeah, it sounds like stop to me as well.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that she's never called him by name. She always just calls him sir.
Sir.
Wait, sir.
Sir.
You know, like she's employed by him.
Yeah, sir. Come on, let's go. Yeah.
How do they get along?
They're beggars. Didn't you hear?
Well, I guess they are
them?
beggars. But she presumably sleeps rough quite often.
Yeah.
She probably has the skills.
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know, Larry seems to be an upper crust gentleman.
Well, I mean, he lived in America as a student.
Yeah, he lived in he did a stint on the moon. He's just had the sweet life.
Yeah. Larry runs and hides behind a tree. He's partially transformed.
I don't know why that made me laugh. He doesn't really hide behind the tree, but yeah, he kind of.
That's the idea, I think.
That's the idea
behind the tree.
I don't know why. It's so
And he's got kind of the
because what he really does is he runs up like
Yeah.
anybody who's seen these films knows. He runs up and carefully places himself
yeah
in the position he needs to
be
be in.
in. Yeah.
You got. I'm gonna. That's right. I got to put my hand here,
Yeah.
my thigh here,
Yeah,
my head
yeah.
has to be.
Resting against the tree.
If I put my hand right here, they can nail those little nails in.
Yep. Close up as he transforms, and it's already not as good as the first one because he has two noses.
Yeah,
At the
it's
very
off a bit.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
You know, I think the first one in this film is the gold standard of
right.
Wolfman transformations, and they're not going to get better than that.
I agree. That seems fair. Yeah, it's the best one.
And like House of Dracula, I think he only turns once in the jail, and then after that, he's sitting around in a wheelchair.
The one in Abbott and Costello's.
That
not
was
great.
good too. Yeah, that was.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that one's good.
I was thinking that was good, but I didn't. I thought maybe. What do I know?
Okay.
That's it.
Oh wait.
Got any more questions, wise ass?
The sound you're hearing.
Oh,
or
did you hear
heard-
something?
I did.
That must be Eddie.
You know, I think
Did a
he's
package come? Did you order some Blu-rays?
probably, but Don has some family upstairs.
Well, maybe that's what you heard.
I also heard that it's time once again for Got Any Wise Ass Comments, Wise Asses, brought to you by Patreon. What you do is go to patreon.com/Frankenstein Minute, sign up for the Wise Ass level at $5 a month. Click the Wise Ass button as you do, and what happens then is Bill will hopefully email.
Someday people will animate this, and you'll be animated,
That'd be
clicking
great.
and doing all
That'd
that
be
stuff.
great.
Yeah, yeah. With AI, just to annoy you.
Yeah, just to make it look.
Because it'll be like when I say someday, it's going to be like next month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's going to look
Mike
like
Herman's going to animate
like crap.
this episode
just
with
this
AI.
one. And you can comment on them like these fine folks here have.
Well, there are some fine folks commenting this
Okay.
week, Tom.
Good.
We hear from our old pal Dino Stamatopoulos, who writes, "Bravest woman ever.
Yeah,
Either that or she wants to die too."
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
she doesn't
point. Yeah,
seem
she
to
doesn't
have.
seem to be particularly alarmed.
Yeah, this take she had from the script of, well, no, I will watch over him, and that everything will be fine.
Yeah.
That's her. This is her watching over him.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck. That's the look I get from her. Is oh fuck.
Oh, really? I looked. She looks surprised to me, like this was happening at all.
Well, how could she be surprised?
That's exactly my point. But that's what she looks like.
Maybe I'm reading into it because there's no way I can picture her being surprised.
No,
Dino continues. Also, there's no way she's calling him sir.
yeah.
I like it though. I like when the subtitles are wrong.
Do you?
Subtitles being wrong are so fun. I'll download stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, I owe you and Dino some subtitles for that Spanish version.
Yes,
I
you
said
do.
I was going to give that to you.
Yeah.
I got to do that. Hopefully, by the time this airs, you'll have those.
Okay.
I'll plug audio tracks into a subtitler just to get subtitles for something, and
Okay.
so frequently wrong. It's kind of fun. It could. I mean, I don't know. The subtitle here would have been a person. I would assume the same person who thought that he burped
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because there was no AI when this.
No, not when these
DVD
were
came
first
out.
transferred. No.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Does the closed captioning, is that done by a person as it's live?
That's a very good question. I guess I assume so,
It would
but
have to.
maybe not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore, because those are often wrong.
Well, yeah, you watch any sporting event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
And I'll watch this very podcast on YouTube sometimes with subtitles.
Well, I think that is probably. Well, that's definitely AI
definitely
of
AI.
some kind. Yeah.
And it's pretty funny how off it is sometimes. And
I'm still Billy Vincent to some of my friends.
I'm still Tom Lang too.
Yeah, you're always Tom Lang,
yeah.
but it's usually not spelled the way you spell it.
Right.
Thank you, Dino. I agree. There's no way she's calling him sir.
Nope.
And she is very brave.
Yeah.
That's something I hadn't. That's an angle that maybe we haven't leaned into too much, because she is really, realistically, and I bet we haven't said this over the past 5 weeks, and it probably bears saying, she is sacrificing herself.
Yeah, she is, absolutely.
Yeah, she better than anyone in the world should
Right.
understand the danger
of
what she's putting herself into, and she's doing it because, presumably, of her love for her son, her long lost son, Bela,
who went through this very thing.
Yeah. Thanks, Dino.
Mhm.
Thanks for bringing us down. Mike Herman writes, the Wolfman theme crescendoing as his hat blows off. I'm really enjoying this minute by minute. These really are cinematic little pieces in a movie that doesn't feel fatty at all. So I agree with that. I think this is something we've talked about. And the reason why we almost quit last year is that neither one of us got this out of Ghost.
Not at all.
And we definitely got it from Bride. I think it was easy to get it from the first one because it's the first one.
Yeah.
And then Bride is just so spectacular.
It's just perfect.
Son, for me, probably I still have that affection for it that maybe you didn't. As we rolled in Son into Ghost and you were ready to shoot yourself. You were like, I'm ready to die.
Burn all the Frankenstein things I own. And
yeah. And this movie definitely,
not at all.
So far at least.
So far, yep.
I mean, there's going to be... there's going to be some low points.
Let's be honest. There's some rough stuff coming up.
Yeah, that's true. But we're 30 minutes into a what? 70 minute film. We're barreling to the halfway point, and there haven't been any clunker minutes really.
Not really.
If for no other reason than just we're admiring the filmmaking and the craft that's being put into
the
it.
cinematography is excellent. The direction, everything.
And I joke about the jaunty music, and I do think it's inappropriate.
It doesn't.
But here's where I pointed it, or I hope I mentioned it earlier, that when he starts to change, the music changes, and it's great. That's kind of it's that. Well, it's the change, it's the contrast that makes it even better.
Well, yeah, and it is music from the Wolfman, so it has that familiarity to it. You know, sort of like the Wolfman theme.
Right.
So that works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Thanks, Mike.
So far, since we started this film, it's been very enjoyable.
The film has. Good.
I don't know about this, but
I mean, looking at me for 70 weeks.
Yeah.
Vincent writes, thank you, Mike.
Yes.
Vincent writes, a whole previous scene at night with no moon incident, and now it's in full glory.
Yep.
I don't really mind the inconsistencies. I still just want Larry to go and rip Vazek's throat out.
Thank you.
So that is a side of it that I don't think you actually touched on, or maybe we interrupted our train of thought. But that was the first thought I had was Vazek's really lucky because he's about to turn into the monster, and I don't. I call him the monster apparently. He's about to turn into the Wolfman, and for no reason other than convenience, he doesn't then just rip his throat out.
Right. Well, because it has to pay off at the end of the film.
Yeah. Well, spoilers.
Yeah. But, I mean, if anybody...
Maybe he rips... Should we do a Vazek's throat being ripped out?
Yeah, sure.
Update?
Yeah.
That would be very...
Blood gurgling in his throat is...
that would be a more modern take on it, though. You could see that happening in a modern version of this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really work, I guess, because he still has to...
He has to serve a plot function.
He serves a plot function.
And we'll find out very shortly who actually does pay the price.
Yeah, that's
very
true.
Unfortunate.
Well, I don't know what to say. In a way, he does pay a price. But anyway.
Yeah, he does.
Depends on how what you think is the bigger price.
Right.
We're all going to die.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vincent.
And on a downer note, what else? Hopefully, there's another one.
We got one more.
Okay.
This'll
Pick it up.
this totally pick things up.
Okay.
Doc Ivan writes, "It amazes me that Maliva hangs in, even though Larry's going through his changes. What a dumb bitch."
Yeah.
I mean,
There we
well,
go. And from Dino's comment of her being brave,
brave,
being
dumb.
a dumb bitch.
It's a fine line between bravery and dumb bitch.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc, for that wisdom.
Yep.
Kind of worked out perfect, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Belong dead.
Go now, and heaven help you.